You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
But let's go back to the 1990s. Let's say it's late in the evening. You're watching maybe Jerry Springer. That's something I would do. And you would see these commercials come on, not some nights, not most nights, but every single night for Girls Gone Wild. Oh, you don't remember Girls Gone Wild? There would be this traveling bus of guys, and they'd find college girls who would flash or get on the bus and do girl on girl stuff. And for a guy like me in the early 20s, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is real. It can't be real. And it was also connected to popular culture, because then you had stars, hip hop artists also participating, stuff like this.
Warning, this video contains explicit material not suitable for children. If you think Girls Gone Wild was wild before, just wait till you see what these girls do when Snoop Dogg is unleashed and takes control of the camera. It's not sold in stores and can't be shown on TV, so call now and get the all-new Girls Gone Wild Doggy Style, hosted by Snoop Dogg. Yours on video or DVD for just $9.99.
They called it Snoop Dogg Doggy Style. They're not wrong.
That makes sense.
They're not wrong. I mean, that was the name of his album.
Oh, my God. I had a bootleg of, I can't remember which rapper. It was a West Coast rapper.
Exhibit?
E40. Nah, it wasn't Exhibit. It was someone larger, but it was a bootleg VHS tape of him.
That was when VHS was at its veritable peak, and Girls Gone Wild was a phenomenon. They were making millions and millions of dollars. The reason I'm talking about this is because there is a new documentary, and that's the best part for me of streaming. Found some great documentaries. Last night, I talked about the one on Madden football. I'm going to start watching this one, The Girls Gone Wild, The Untold Story. And I think this is on Peacock, but take a gander at this.
Did you imagine that one day you'd be sitting in a chair to talk about Girls Gone Wild?
I figured at some point I get a knock on the door.
The whole fantasy was that it was real. The girl you've had a crush on comes up to you and says,
it was so shocking.
Hey, I'm over here.
It blew my mind what Joe Francis was able to convince these young girls to do.
If I took no for an answer, I wouldn't be where I was. Joe Francis was everywhere.
He's hanging out with famous people. And the first 2 years, Girls Gone Wild made $20 million.
Girls were already pulling their tops off and flashing the jet as we were pulling in.
I never thought that would come back and haunt me for 20 years.
Did you know it was hardcore? Yeah, I worked there.
I was too young to be taped.
I first realized that these girls were minors when I got arrested.
Were you concerned about starting at a company where the CEO was in prison?
I guess, Joe Francis, what a miserable little...
Joe is out of control.
He's been a fugitive for a decade now.
Do you feel bad for the girls?
I'm sorry, it does not feel like that was 30 years ago. It just doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
30 years ago, and you could not turn on the TV at night and not see a Girls Gone Wild ad.
Now, Girls Gone Wild, the production, the parties, all the stuff that they used to do was heavily inspired by hip hop culture, i.e. the likes of Two Live Crew.
The music videos,
and
yes.
Music videos and things like that. And they said, hey, let's do this with veritable girls next door. People who you wouldn't imagine. That's why I was always, what? The girl next door just flashed. What? And then it started getting into softcore kind of porn. Yes. And this is when it took off. What I didn't know is that he'd been on the run that long.
I knew he went to Mexico or something like that. But I thought that they would be able to find him extradition or whatever. That's why one reason I'm going to watch the documentary, to figure out how he's been able to evade capture all these years. Because I, as far as I know, he's on the lam. He's not like just living abroad. We have extradition in Mexico if he's in Mexico. So yeah. I don't know what's going on with that. Mark, I know you have a Girls Gone Wild story. I know you do.
No, I've actually never seen a single one of those things, but they were ubiquitous on TV. The commercials were.
You never saw one? Well, maybe because it's a function of working in music industry at that time. You could not avoid it. Could not. If only because all the artists that we were working with, I'm quite sure Tuwala, they were very much tied up in it.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
I played that one ad with Snoop, but it was all of them.
Every single one of them wanted to be a part of it because that was another kind of, I don't want to say notch in your belt.
But it was a cultural touchstone.
It was a way to promote yourself too, because that was like the cool thing at the time.
And it was also an easy way to cross over. If you're a hip hop artist and you're on Girls Gone Wild, this is basically pre-internet still. Definitely pre-social media. You are going to be seen by millions of people. When we talk about like rap music, 70% purchased by white suburbaners, that goes back to Girls Gone Wild in that era because they were exposed to a lot of hip hop culture indirectly.
All right. So since you have expertise in this and all I saw was the commercials, was it just girls flashing for like, what do you pay like $20 for a VHS? And it's 90 minutes of girls flashing. Is that it?
It was more than girls flashing. There were girls kissing and getting in sexual situations. They would close the door and leave it to your imagination for some stuff.
Can of shaving cream going to the room with them and, a bag of cherries. And you just go, what are they doing in there? Now, BET took it a step further with BET After Dark, and they just started showing all types of raunchy videos. And then, of course, Diddy parties.
Right. Well, I think you can draw a line between Girls Gone Wild and the parties in the music business, which would include Diddy of that day. I don't think you can separate the two.
No, they are one and the same because it went from having a banging nightclub party to going into having women come through and undressing after the party. And that's a function of Girls Gone Wild.
And also, we can remember, if you're old enough to remember, at that time, the internet really wasn't a thing beyond maybe email, if I remember correctly, maybe not even as of that point. So if you're 17, 18, 19, impressionable, you get a little bit of money, get a little bit of fame, not thinking that it's going to live on forever on social media later on and ruin people's lives and careers, you can understand how it would work back then, but not now. This could never happen now. Never, never, never. And I'm not even talking about Me Too. I'm just saying in the past 10, 15 years, it'll never go back to that again.
So you wouldn't want that web address on a child's wicked toy box either.
Well, the difference is you could actually probably see something if they had that URL.
Oh, the trauma. Yeah. I'm so glad I never had to suffer through any of that.
Well, I couldn't avoid it. It was part of research for my job.
Well, that's because you're dedicated. I mean, you're watching this from a criminal justice perspective tonight and for no other reason whatsoever.
No, I actually was the target audience at that point. 30 years ago, this is like 1993.
Oh, yeah.
So I was 23, turning 24. Yeah, that was me. And I was partially living some of that lifestyle in the music industry.
Yeah, you got to work through this trauma. I'd be surprised if you don't have some PTSD from it.
Look, no exaggeration. Let me just stop talking.
Oh, I can tell.
Let me stop talking.
Difficult.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
And to be clear, I have always been an unabashed Britney Spears fan. I had a thing for Britney for many, many years. Not so much anymore. It's almost like if you see too much, you know too much, it takes all the luster away. Britney Spears has had an up and down life. I think we all know that. She's had her own challenges over the years. But since she has been outside of that conservatorship, her behavior has become even more erratic. I would say unstable. But she is free to live her life as she sees fit. The news today is earlier this week, Britney Spears had an Instagram post, and now she's kind of locked down her Instagram where no one is allowed to comment except her which could be good, but she's exhibiting all this weird behavior. She'll be spinning and twirling in circles in bikini and her underwear, making nonsense posts like the one I'm getting ready to play. And the latest one is that she said that she's moved to Mexico to get away from the paparazzi because she does not like how the paparazzi is depicting her in pictures. We know that she just had a birthday, and some people believe that she went to Mexico to celebrate just her birthday and didn't actually move to Mexico. Who knows? It could be a little bit of both. It could be that she went there and decided to stay, or she's just trying to have fun with the media. But here's the thing that I don't understand, and you can look this up for yourself. Everywhere you look, everywhere, it says that Britney Spears turned 43 on December 2nd. 43 years old. That has been consistent, okay? Everywhere he looked. Britney doesn't think that she's 43 for whatever reasons. Listen to this.
I'm not really sure why the paparazzi have me going on a plane looking like I'm wearing a Jason mask. It doesn't even look like me. I don't know why I have a torch in my hand, honestly. I think my friend accidentally gave that to me. But anyways, it's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5.
Britney, everything that I can find on you says that you're turning 43. So no one is saying that you would be turning 42 because you're 43.
Birthday, I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5.
No one said that you would be turning 42 because all public information says that you turned 43 on December 2nd. And I know you want to make yourself younger, but it's not going to work because the internet is forever.
It's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5 this year.
She's turning 5 this year.
Yeah, that's the part I'm kidding. You were skipping that. You were going
I'm
back
getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay, go.
It's wrong on both counts, but I don't know if she's trying to be funny or she acknowledges that she has the mind of a 5-year-old. Is she that self-aware? I don't know. And what's up with the whole baby voice? Her voice does not naturally sound like that.
I'm not really sure why the paparazzi have me going on a plane looking like I'm wearing a Jason mask. It doesn't even look like me. I don't know why I have a torch in my hand, honestly. I think my friend accidentally gave that to me. But anyways, it's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5 this year. I'm turning 5 years old, and I have to go to kindergarten tomorrow.
She is not all there.
Oof.
Yes.
I didn't hear that last part. Wow.
Oh.
That's a little scary.
Look, I'm pulling for you, Brittany.
Yeah.
I really am.
Poor girl.
It's not even like, you can't even, like, that's just.
It's not funny.
Yeah, it's just like unfortunate.
I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5 this year. I'm turning 5 years old, and I have to go to kindergarten tomorrow.
Which would explain the baby voice if she believes that she is regressing in age and she needs to go to kindergarten. Why she's trying to talk like an absolute child. She may have moved to Mexico. I don't want to be the one to break it to her, but just moving to Mexico doesn't mean that the paparazzi are going to stop posting pictures of you. And if you actually wanted to be left alone, you wouldn't be telling people where you would be going, and you would just sort of drop out of public view. If you don't post the videos and post the strange and erratic behavior, there's really nothing for anyone to latch on to. You don't see much about Madonna. Why? Because she largely stays out of the public eye. She'll come up every now and then, but not often. The people who truly don't want to be bothered by the paparazzi aren't asking for attention from everybody all the time.
I'm not really sure why the paparazzi have me going on a plane looking like I'm wearing a Jason mask.
It's weird to me because she is obviously concerned about how she's being depicted as, my word, crazy by the paparazzi, right? But everything that she does is consistent with someone not in their right mind.
I'm not really sure why the paparazzi have me going on a plane looking like I'm wearing a Jason mask.
Oh, I know why. because you're not all there.
It doesn't even look like me. I don't know why I have a torch in my hand, honestly. I think my friend accidentally gave that to me. But anyways,
some of these images are this is
no,
wrong.
you ought to look, go to her Instagram page. It's nothing but dancing videos in her drawers or a bikini, twirling in circles incessantly. Just about every single video. It makes no sense. Where her kids are, I have no idea. I have no idea what her idea of being a mother is.
And it almost sounds like in the clip, as she's talking, like as the clip goes on, like she's almost trying to descend even younger as she's talking. Like she's trying to go and I don't know how to say it, but just like she's trying to be younger.
Yeah, she's regressing. She's getting younger as the clip goes on. That's an accurate way to say it.
But anyways, it's my birthday. I'm not turning 42.
She's trying to sound very infantile.
But anyways, it's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5
Turning 5. And if something happens to her tomorrow, and I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to her, but if something did happen to her tomorrow, all the signs would have been there. All the signs. Nobody would have done anything.
But anyways, it's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5 this year. I'm turning 5 years old. And I have to go to kindergarten tomorrow.
That's somebody's mother.
How does that work? Is it like Benjamin Button? Or it's like Benjamin Belly Button, isn't it?
I thought in Benjamin Button, you got physically younger, but you didn't get mentally younger.
That's very confusing. We need experts.
Twala? Yeah, have you found her Instagram page?
Yeah, I'm not gonna press play. We're on the air,
Dr. Twala, what is your prognosis?
I mean, this poor. You know what? The real sad truth about this is we have seen this level of decline in entertainers from music, film, television, all of that, right? And because so many fought for this Free Britney campaign, she is now in a position where there's no one around to help her or to pull her out of this descent that she's in.
Nope. And in every descent, eventually you hit bottom.
Go to kindergarten tomorrow.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dying times here.
KFI Mo Kelly live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Not all deaths are worthy of our sympathy. A movie actress met an untimely end after she consumed a potion containing a poison frog called Cambo. Star Marcela Alcázar Rodriguez was at a spiritual retreat in Mexico and took part in a quote-unquote cleansing ritual, which used a substance made from a giant monkey frog.
A monkey frog?
It said a monkey frog. I don't know what a monkey frog is. I don't know if it's like a monkey with frog tendencies or is a frog with monkey tendencies or is a monkey who dated a frog and that's the child. They got a monkey frog. I don't know.
That's freaky.
You want to look? I'm not a zoologist. I don't know this stuff. But it was a giant monkey frog.
So it says they're called monkey frogs because they have well-adapted hands to grip when they're climbing or jumping around. I guess their dexterity.
So they're frogs or monkeys?
Frogs. So it is a monkey frog, but it is a frog.
Okay, so it's a frog with skills.
Basically.
Well, anyhow, these giant monkey frogs secrete a hallucinogenic substance. The potion itself causes vomiting and uncontrollable diarrhea. This is where Mark asked for the Pepto-Bismol song, which is thought to clear out the system for some retreat visitors. The potion is also said to be 40 times stronger than morphine. Yeah, you're going to die.
40 times stronger?
40 times stronger than morphine. That has death written all over it.
Do you grind up this monkey frog? Or do you like suck on its bones? I mean, how do you get this?
You drink it.
You drink the frog.
Look, it's a potion, so that says to me, drink.
So it's juiced frog?
I don't know if they like squeeze the frog and it shoots out its anus. I don't know where it comes from. It just comes from the frog.
I don't want that.
Well, Marcella consumed the poison. Marcella consumed the potion. It was said to cause her whole body to spasm as it entered her system. According to local reports in Durango, northern Mexico, she died just hours later at a Red Cross hospital. Very sad. Very, very sad. It is not yet confirmed whether the poison caused her death or rather the substance triggered an organ failure. That's a distinction without a difference. It's almost like, did her organs fail or did the potion kill her? One led to the other. It is not yet confirmed whether the poison caused her death or rather the substance, i.e. the poison, triggered an organ failure. That's the exact same thing.
Is this monkey frog on the brochure? Like when she said, you know what? I need to go for this spiritual retreat. I want to go to this place where, oh, look, on the menu, monkey frog.
She's listed as a star, or she was a star. I'd never heard of her. According to the story, she mainly worked in the U.S., but also took many jobs in Mexico. She co-starred in the hit indie rom-com. Mark, have you heard of this hit indie rom-com? It's called New Low.
No, I think I missed that one somehow.
Okay.
On Tubi?
Look, it was called a cult hit by Variety. You know, the same Variety who ranked all the movies that we laugh at? That Variety. There was a post on Facebook, quote, with deep regret, today we say goodbye to our partner and friend, Marcela Alcazar. Also wishing for healing for her closest family and friends. From what I understand, the potion is not new. Several people have tried it. The same praise is for its cleansing properties. Just anything that gives you diarrhea, yeah, okay, so it clears you out. But what's exotic about that?
So you're not going to sing the song?
Diarrhea.
Okay, just a portion of it.
Well,
I've almost got it memorized.
Hey,
I'm slow to do this. You're better with music.
Stephen will bring it up so we can get the whole song. We're going to give you the whole song. You're going to take it all. Take it all. Take the whole song.
Okay, careful.
This potion originally was brewed in the Inca period. The poison supposedly cleans the mind and the physical body through powerful purging. I've already had a colonoscopy. I don't think it could be any more powerful than that. Tuala, would you disagree? It was pretty powerful.
Yeah. Once that prep hit,
yeah,
I felt like I had a monkey frog.
Yeah, it couldn't have been worse than that. I didn't hallucinate, but for a good 4 or 5 hours.
Now,
did you hallucinate you were melting?
Oh, I gave it all up. I had nothing more to give.
Yeah,
when I came out of the procedure, and I was kind of like lucidly coming back, I felt a little like I was hallucinating, like I was in another space.
I didn't. Maybe they were afraid to put me too deep under, because when I woke up, they were not done with the procedure. And I was aware that they were not done with the procedure.
They were still inside?
Yes.
Were you fighting?
No.
I
was on my left side.
That's what you're strapped down.
Yeah, I'm on my left side, and there's a screen in front of me where I can see what the doctor behind me is looking at. So I can see the inside of my intestines, a sight that I could have done without.
Festive.
And then I could feel they weren't done.
Now you're sure you were in a clinic,
even
right?
All of the numbing agent that were, oh God, you
and
poor man.
I looked over my right shoulder and I said, "You're not done yet." And she said, "No, we're almost finished." It was a woman. I remember her voice, and the doctor said, "We're almost done." And then I felt the removal of.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh God.
True story. Then they were wheeling me out.
Did it make a popping sound?
True story. They were wheeling me out, and I was asking the attending nurse, whatever her title was. I don't know. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but she was helping out. And I said, "Is it unusual for people to wake up during the procedures?" He said, "No, it happens all the time."
Oh, worst date ever.
Oh no.
It was put it this way. I don't know what they used exactly. I don't know was what Michael Jackson had or what. But when I was lucid enough to understand everything that was going on. I was not in pain. But it was very emotionally unpleasant. Very.
Yeah, better job on the roofies next time. You don't want to wake up in the middle of that.
You have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach,
diarrhea, diarrhea.
Oh, wow. That was like a bonus mix of that.
Diarrhea.
I'm so disgusted by monkey frog diarrhea. And
what must Nori think about us?
Not very highly. That's all I know.
He thinks we're all intellectuals is what he thinks.
Speaking of George Nori, he'll be joining us, hopefully, maybe, possibly, not definitely, next. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI Mo Kelly live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Coming up in just a few moments will be Coast to Coast AM with George Nori, who joins me now. George, what's going to be on the big show tonight?
Oh, we're going to talk about the power of the mind, and then later on, there's some ghost stories, a little after Halloween bit for us.
Hey. And when are you getting back to my UFOs? Just let me know.
I will probably do some of that tomorrow night.
Fair enough. Good way to end the week.
Got it. See ya.
Talk soon. And speaking of ending the week, tomorrow, when we play Name That Movie Called Classic, we will have more Later with Mo Kelly t-shirts to give away. So we're playing the game tomorrow. We got prizes to give away tomorrow. All we need you to do is just show up for the party. And we'll do it like we always do. I don't think there's going to be a theme. It's a little too early to do like Christmas movies. Not yet, at least. I don't think there'll be a theme. So
what about anti-Christmas movies?
What that are
like the Bad Santa type, or movies that are like
okay.
I despise the holiday movies.
The question is, can I find 10 of them that are not so obscure
that you can play on the air without bleeping the entire,
like you mentioned Bad Santa, that's just a full of bleeps. But can I find another 9 movies like that? I don't know.
Would The Omen count? Because that's the Antichrist.
Look, it can be whatever we want it to be.
Okay. That's true.
It doesn't have to be explicitly Christmas. It can be connected to Christ.
That works.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know. I'll see. The process is I sit down and I start pulling movies. And if I feel that I can get 10 of a certain type, then that will be the theme for the evening.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have to sit down and just start trying to pull clips. It's a long and arduous process.
Oh, and not just anybody could do it either.
No one, only me.
Yeah.
I'm the only one on the face of the earth who can do it.
It's a highly skilled thing.
It is. I thought you would have learned by now the times that you've done it.
I'm learning at the feet of the master still.
There we go. Kiss the ring.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, kiss the ring now.
Okay, wherever the ring is located.
It's on.
Are you sitting on the ring?
No. It's on the ring finger.
Okie doke.
So tomorrow we are going to definitely play the game. We're definitely going to have the Rana report. Mark, what is going to be on the Rana report? Are you going to give us a preview?
I've been taking a deep dive into the Day of the Jackal, including the new series, the original movie, the novel, and I'm also going to have a look at the new Agency spy show on Showtime as well. So it's going to be Spy Night.
Tomorrow? Wow. Maybe that ought to be the theme then. Maybe spy movies.
Oh, you got a lot to choose from.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Mark,
you might be onto something.
That's actually not a bad idea, yeah.
Spy movies.
Yeah. I think I might have seen one or two over the years.
You might have. As a matter of fact, thank you for the recommendation, because I started the Peacock series, Day of the Jackal. I'm on episode 2. It is really, really good. The quality is great. The acting is great. It feels very Bond-esque.
Does it now?
From the very opening credits, the way they use the music.
Oh, the title sequence is really nicely done.
Yes, it's very Bond-esque in that regard.
But the actual content of the show and the procedural way that the Jackal goes about his business is about as anti-Bond as you can get,
absolutely.
though, right?
And the Jackal is a he's cold-blooded.
Oh, that's
He's
the
cold-blooded.
Eddie Raymond? Not Eddie
Yes.
Raymond.
Yeah.
Eddie, Redmayne.
Redmayne. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lashonda Lynch, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you can see why Lashonda Lynch is so highly regarded within the spy thriller world. Why she was considered for a while for 007.
Yeah.
Well, that was a lot of hubbub over. That was some misdirection.
I know it's nomenclature, but I'm saying, but I'm saying she's fits very well in the genre.
You know, in the original movie, the person chasing the jackal was supposed to be the best detective in France, and he was played by Michael Lonsdale, who was the villain in Moonraker, and she just brings a totally different vibe to it. Young, black female, MI6 cop. I think it's a pretty interesting choice.
Is she badass?
Yeah. Very much so. And you'll see as you go.
Right. I'm saying they're slowly rolling it out. I don't want to give away too much. You find out stuff about her personally in the first episode, and then you get to see her more developed skill set and knowledge as she needs to exhibit it. And there's some cold-blooded moments. She does some things which just, oh, that's cold. It's cold.
Yeah, she seems to me young for that part, but the things that you see when she's up against the wall explains more about why she would be good in that position.
She didn't seem young. She didn't trend young in my mind. She seemed like she was in her 40s. I'm looking at the characters placed around her and where, I don't want to give too much away, her personal life is, where her child is and so forth in age. So I'm thinking like she's in her 40s.
I guess I didn't read her as being that old, but that's kind of, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I've got some complicated feelings about it, and I have a feeling you and I are going to get into an argument tomorrow because you're going to
get into it.
You're going to watch more tonight, I assume.
That's right. As soon as I get home.
And funny enough, she was in a Bond movie, No Time to Die.
That's what I'm saying. She fits well in the genre.
That's It's on Peacock. I have to check it out after Joe Francis.
I'm watching both tonight. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to have me a beverage and put my feet up and watch a lot of good TV tonight.
We're going to be texting all night.
All night. My text buddy. Diarrhea.
Perfect.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
We're not here to make up your mind. We're here to give you the latest.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live every